What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is 20s Season 2, Episode 2. So, Hattie is down to Ida B's house, living her best life, okay? They are booing it up. They sitting on the bed, playing some bootleg Uno game, right? Have y'all heard of Black Uno? I'm gonna have to get me a deck. I saw a deck, and I tried to order me a deck, but they got a Black Uno, and I'm here for it. But anyway, they playing Bruno, and they flirting, going back and forth or whatever. And Ida B calls her babe, and she was like, "What? Did you hear that? You just, hey, you just called me babe." And Ida was like, okay. And she was like, but that's okay. You losing the game. She was like, but am I though? Because you just called me babe. Am I losing? They also had a little situation about age. So age is a big thing in their relationship that they developing. So we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Marie, is with her boo thing. They at the house. He's still on cloud nine talking about weddings. He want to have an HBCU band at their reception. Now listen, I'm a proud HBCU graduate, and I'm here for all things HBCU. But let me tell you what ain't gonna happen at my reception. We're not having no we're not having no band. We're not having no HBCU band. Maybe a go-go band, because I'm all DC. Maybe a go-go band, but a HBCU band? No ma'am. No ma'am. But I'm here for the sentiment. I am here for the sentiment. But then Amani Shepard calls her. Now, I forgot his name on the show, but we just go and say Amani Shepard. Because why? Because he is gorgeous. And he's telling her, listen, I done read this book you told me to read, and I'm ready to make this movie. And she was like, well, hold up, player. Before we make the movie, we got to buy the rights to the movie. He was like, do whatever you got to do. But I'm here for it. He was like, I'm on board with whatever you trying to do. She was like, whatever I'm trying to do? He said, yeah, whatever you trying to do. And so, of course, they flirting and all that good stuff. Now, later on in the episode, honey, when she is, do I want to drop that far? No, I'm gonna leave it there. So then, Mia is calling Hattie. Hattie is booed up at Ida B's house. She is basically living her best life. Ida B is giving her money, and Mia is like, so what's going on? Like, what are you really gonna do with your life? Like, you're not working, you living in this woman house, you booed up, and she giving you money. So like, are you a kept woman these days? And Hattie was like, no, like I'm still working on my script. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, why are you tripping? Mia was like, listen, at the end of the day, I'm not really tripping that hard. I just want you to understand what it is that you're doing and what direction you going on with your life. Like, be in love and be booed up. But also, make sure you taking care of everything you need to be taken care of. So, later on, we see Hattie down to the, we see Ida B and Mia down to the studio. And, Ida B notices that she's there early. She was like, what you doing here so early running your lines? Like, you're not set to be here until later on, till after lunch. And she said, yeah, but, I'm just eager to get it right. She said, well, I'll tell you what you're not eager about. You're not eager about your social media. Because we tried to get you verified, and you don't even have enough followers and enough activity for us to get you a blue check. And she was like, well, I just don't really get it. Like, social media just really ain't my thing. And Ida B was like, okay, well, you need to make it your thing. Because, like, whether you like it or not, that's the world we live in. And she said, yeah, but that's just not my reality. She was like, it's not anybody's reality. Like, social media is about the life you want to live, not so much the life that you live in. I said, that's a word. Because I think a lot of people think that when they look at people's social media, whether they're celebrities or not, they really think that's the life people are living. Listen, I read a long time ago, Diddy said this, and I don't know if he is the originator, but he the first person that I saw that said it. People do not post their failures. That's a word. But moving on. So then we see Hattie down to the coffee truck. She's on the lot, the studio lot, and she run into her friend, the old girl that used to look out for her down to the Starbucks, that she kind of dogged out a little bit. She playing like she, really got it going on. She tried to buy her coffee and her scone, honey, and her card get declined. Well, her former co-workers from when she worked for Ida, not knowing that she got something going on with Ida, Hattie was like, I'm good. I'm all right. My life is going really good. My life is going in real good direction. Even though I can't really tell y'all what that is, I just need y'all to know that I'm okay. And then her credit card get declined. And she was like, damn, that's right. I forgot to turn the auto pay off on my student loans. That student loans hit my account, and I am in trouble. Listen, I done been there, done that. You think you good, you think you got a few dollars, and then something that you forgot about hit your account, you be like, damn. So anyway, she sort of got embarrassed, of course, because after she was sitting there talking about how great life was and how good things were, uh, not so much. Okay. Now Marie is down at her job and she is listening to the pitch from old boy, and he's basically talking about ain't nobody trying to hear, and don't nobody want Boys in the Hood anymore. They just want fun, feel good movies. And the way he was describing them, he was describing the Hallmark movies to me, because I love the good Hallmark Christmas movies, okay? And I think that's why I enjoy them, because I like a beginning, a middle, and an end. I know that it's gonna end on a happy note. I don't have to worry about no trick ending. I don't have to worry about, nobody dying and it being a sad ending. Sometimes you just want that. Sometimes you just want a beginning, a middle, and an end. And yes, the plot lines can be predictable. Now, where I disagree is that's not what I always want. Okay? That is not what I always want. I do want art and cinema to make me think and evolve and grow. Okay? Anyway, their boss was like, listen, I really don't care just so long as y'all making me money. Because if it don't make money, it don't make sense. Now, I forgot that Marie and old boy, her boss, white boy, they had like a little flirtation thing going on last season. And so we see, after the meeting is over, they sort of have a little flirty thing, like an awkward thing. Not a flirty thing, but sort of an awkward, we used to flirt, but now we don't anymore thing. He, congratulated her on her, excuse me. He congratulated her on her engagement, and she was like, oh, thank you so much, But it was that awkward thing. Let you know that there was, again, a little flirty there, but it's sort of like they passed it, they sort of in a different space now. So then we see Hattie down to the yoga studio with Mia, and Mia is really trying to figure out this whole social media thing, right? And Hattie is trying to help her figure it out and trying to help her understand the purpose of social media, what you're supposed to do on social media, what you post, what you don't post. And ultimately, I don't know if Mia actually figured it out, but what she did find is her old boo, old boy from last season, Mr. Hotep himself, who ain't even have a phone. Child, he is all over the Instagram live, giving, his Hotep ways down to the Instagram, right? So she get ready to start her yoga lesson, but before she start her yoga lesson, honey, she asked everybody to follow her down to her social media. Now, I still don't know if she understands or gets it, but she definitely knows that she got to make it happen, right? Ada done already told her, this is what we need you to do, okay? It's more to acting, it's more to being a good actor than just coming on stage. It's a vibe, it's a whole situation you gotta do, right? Marie is at dinner with her boo thing, and she is like, listen, why are we in such a rush to get married? Like, what is this about? Like, he said, well, do you want a longer engagement? Like, I'm okay with a longer engagement. Like, what are you trying to say? And she said, I'm not trying to say anything. I'm just saying, it just seemed like we're moving a little fast. Like, do we have to do this? Like, can we chill out a little bit? Can we slow it down a little bit? And he was like, I mean, we can, but I don't know why we would. And so she was like, all right, whatever, I guess. Okay. Now, Ada and Hattie are down to Ida's house. And Ida lets Hattie know, listen, I done read your script again and I got some notes. And her notes are kind of extensive. And Hattie is like, well, damn, did you like any of my script? She said, listen, I actually liked the beginning of the script. It definitely intrigued me. It definitely made me want to learn more about these characters, but you're moving them too slow. Like, you're not evolving them fast enough. And Hattie was like, well, how am I supposed to know? This is episodic. Like, I'm writing a sitcom. I thought that the characters are supposed to move slow. And she was like, yeah, but you have to figure out, like, there's a pace that you have to put them at. And so she's trying to give her some good words of wisdom, and Hattie is getting irritated. And Ada was like, listen, don't get irritated. Just listen to what I'm telling you. And she was like, well, you don't understand because I'm not even writing, for your demographic. She was like, and what I can appreciate is that Hattie didn't get an attitude about it. Hattie was like, listen, I mean, not Hattie. Ada was like, listen, do you think that when I pitched my script to a room full of old white men that they were my demographic? No. But the art of writing and the art of writing a sitcom is that you make the people in the room give a damn about your characters, even if that's not your audience and that's not who you're geared towards. Because at the end of the day, you got to appeal to the masses. And Hattie was like, well, I write for me. That's all that matters. She was like, oh yeah, that's just what the studio wants to hear. Someone that's writing for an audience of one. She was like, listen, don't get mad. Just listen to what I'm telling you. Like, I'm giving you some free advice. Like people pay me a lot of money for what I'm giving you here. So of course Hattie got an attitude. She got in her feelings, and Ida was like, "Girl, don't do that." And Hattie was like, "Well, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go right." And she said, "Don't do that, Hattie. Like, don't get mad. Just listen to what I'm telling you." And she was like, "I'm not mad. I'm just going to go make my script better." So Hattie then is at the coffee house, and her little friend, old girl, rolls up and is like, "What's going on, girl? What's up? What's good?" She give her a little scone. And Hattie tells her, she was like, I just left one toxic relationship just to get into another toxic relationship. My friend read my script and they told me how bad it was and it needs this and it needs that. And she was like, well, that's what you want, right? Like, you want somebody to be able to read and give you some constructive criticism. Like, I don't think it was coming from a bad place. And she said, Hattie, listen, at the end of the day, you like the chaos. You like the chaos of being in an unhealthy situation. And she was like, no, I don't. She was like, yeah, but you absolutely do. You absolutely love being in a chaotic situation. She's like, I mean, do you want to come and join my writing group? We meet, we write. She said, but you got to be able to take the criticism, because that's what it's all about. It's about making you a better writer. And of course, Hattie was like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I don't know. And she said, listen, you really need, like, your friend was trying to help you. And I said, exactly, Hattie. Nobody wants to hear that what they've been working on and what they think is so good, because what she said was that it's good, but it has to be great. Like, there are a lot of good scripts floating around, but what are we going to do to make your script great? That's the question. Child, then we see Marie having sex with her boo thing. And baby, she was dreaming about Amani. Okay? And I listen, it happens. Okay? It happens sometimes. Hattie humbles herself and goes down to the temp agency to try to get herself a job. They tell her ain't nobody hiring. She was like, come on, you can't hook me up. She said, ain't nothing to be hooked up. So she ends up calling her mama and asking her mama to hook her up with a job with a friend of hers that said that he had a delivery service situation. She says, listen, I just, I'm trying to get it together, but, I need a little help. So I give Hattie, credit for asking for the help. I don't know. She probably should have asked for the help a month ago. But okay, she asked for the help. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.